today's video, I would be teaching on how to have different kind of head wraps. We'll tie the popular ones and the ones that are not as popular. Now I'm on my way to church today and I just thought to film this video and create it for you. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Ada and I'm the creative director of Adazempire, a place where we release sewing tutorials every week. So stay subscribed if you've not done so already. Most of these head wraps are called the Fulani head wraps because they are very common amongst the women from the northern part of Nigeria. The first thing to take note of is how many yards of fabric that you want to use. I am using 1 yard of Ankara fabric for all the styles. So in this video, I am going to be showing you 5 different head wrap styles. My favorite are numbers 1 and 3. Then number 5 is for people that don't like scarves at all, but they just tie it. Don't worry, as we go along you will see all the different styles. You will then fold all the corners. So like this corner right now, you just fold it twice and you would run a stitch. You can do that for the 2 corners that are open like this. For the part where we have the name of the fabric, you can still fold it or you can leave it depending on your preference. Now because I'm going to church like right now, I am not sewing anything. It's when I get back I will sew. So let me just tell you, full disclosure. So now let's start. One main secret to the Fulani head wrap is this. Most times they use a carton to give it leverage. So you can use Indomie carton, shoe carton, it does not matter. So far it is thick like this. There is no particular measurement for this carton, but if you want to use exactly what I've used, the length of my carton is 10 inches while the width is 2 inches. So now that I have my 1 yard of my Ankara fabric as well as my carton, let's start with the first head wrap video. The first thing to do before you tie any head wrap is to take care of the hair that you're going to be tying the head wrap on. Now whether it's wig you're wearing, your natural hair, it does not matter. Ensure it looks very neat, because by the time you're done with the head wrap, depending on the style you're tying, you may be unable to take care of whatever you have underneath. This is style 1, my favorite. First thing to do is to locate the front and back part of your fabric. Now once you've done that, you would also locate the middle of your fabric, and it's very easy to locate the middle just by folding it into 2. Once you've located the middle, you will get your carton. This is me trying to locate the middle. So this is my middle, yes. Now get my carton and put it exactly in the middle of the fabric, then fold it. This folding process is very easy. You folded once, you fold again the second time, you fold the third time, fold the fourth time. Now you can leave it at 4 if you want, or you make it 5, you make it 6, depending on you. I stopped at number 6. Now once you do that, you drag it like that to the back. Take note of where I placed it, close to my eyebrows, because that is how this scarf is. Now once you've positioned the front part, you just tie the back. Now tying it is very easy. It's just tying it once, then you tie it again for it to be firm. In all you do, ensure that the front part still looks the same way it looked. So now I'm tying it again the second time. Then you see all these things coming out. It's your job to now put it inside your scarf. That is it. Very, very easy. So you start putting it inside, then ensure that the front part still looks the way it is meant to look. This is my first favorite because it's very simple and elegant. Now let's start with style 2. It is still very similar to what we've just done. The difference though is, instead of our carton being in the middle, it is going to be quite close to the edge. As you can see, the carton is not at the extreme edge such that there is no space, but you can visibly tell that one part of the scarf is longer than the other. Looking at it, see what it looks like. So when you tie it the same way, one part is larger than the other part. So just like the first style, we'll tie it twice to ensure that it's firm. But after tying it twice, this is what it will look like. One part is almost non-existent. Now, the part that is almost non-existent, when we are done, we will tuck it in to ensure that it's not showing. Now, something about this particular style is it works better when you have a lot of fabric. So if this style is your favorite, I would advise you to use more than 1 yard of fabric, because the goal is to fold this other side and have it over our carton. Now, assuming this fabric is more than 1 yard, you would see how beautiful it will come out. Yes, it's still looking beautiful, but the design is not showing very well because it's 1 yard. But even this is still okay. So now let's move over to our style number 3. Remember everything we learned in style number 1, because you will need it in style number 3. Maybe the reason why I like styles 1 and 3 is because they are opposite of each other. So the same way we located the middle of our fabric in style number 1, that's also what we will do here, and we are going to fold the same way. The only difference though is after folding, we are not going to be putting it in front. Instead, we are going to be putting it behind like this. I'm sure you've seen a lot of styles where it just looks like in front there is something really artistic going on. This is exactly how to get it. Obviously, some people don't use carton, but the carton just gives it that stability that you need. Now, you can do anything. You can just experiment in this front, but this is what we are doing. We are just folding both of them into 2 and rolling it like this. Then we are going to be taking it around our circle, then tucking in any part that is showing. And look what we have here. Your love is intimate. Moving on to style 4. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, please give me a like and drop your comment on which of the styles is your favorite. Now for this one, wait, let me rewind. This is me loosening style 3. Now these 2 parts that I have here, instead of rolling it like we did, I'll just tie it at the back, and that is basically it. Because I like it to look very put together, I'll just roll it a little, then tie it. Now after tying it, because we still have our carton right there, it is very easy to just fold it inside our carton and hide any part that is showing, and that successfully concludes style 4. Now this final head wrap style is for people that absolutely hate head wraps, but for whatever reason they need to wear it. So all you need to do is just be folding your fabric like this. You fold, fold, fold. Now if you have someone with you, you can give the person to hold while you turn, turn, turn. If you are alone like me, you can just use your hand and turn it. Now once you roll it like this, that is it. Now to have more effect, you can ensure that the scarf is so close to your eyebrows. Then obviously you tie it twice at the back, then you tuck it in somewhere at the back, and that concludes this 5th style. As I said, it is not a proper scarf style, but it's your own way of tying the scarf and not tying the scarf. Hey besties, so that concludes our video on the various ways to tie this Fulani head wrap. By the way, from this tutorial, you will know that the longer your scarf length is, the more you can experiment with it. I used 1 yard of Ankara fabric, but if you want to have more styles, you can consider using 1.5 yards. Some people even use as much as 2 yards, depending on the particular style they want to have on. By the way, if you want to learn how to make this kimono jacket I'm currently putting on, I'm going to be linking on the video. Yes, I've made a video of how to cut and sew this jacket, and you can watch if it's something you want to learn. Until I see you again next week, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and ask me any questions in the comment section. So bye for now. Adopted as God's children.